Connor, thank you for joining me. Touching on Saturday briefly, obviously a really well-deserved point at the Hive. What are your final takeaways from the game against Colchester?
I think more than deserved the point out of the game, if not more. For their point of view, they'll probably be a little bit frustrated in terms of the timing of our equaliser, but we gave away a poor goal early on, as we have done a couple of times here now this season, which is frustrating. But in terms of after that, I felt we could dominate the game. The wind played a massive part, so it was tough first half, but I think we managed it well. In terms of limiting their chance, and then second half I felt it was all us, and it was only going one way, and it started to sag in more and more and more. So we're pleased that we come away with a point. We felt like it could have been more, especially with refereeing decisions, and there probably should have been a red card on Steady. It's a clear elbow, there's a stonewall penalty, and I feel like if we get that pen and score, there's still a good 15-20 to go. I think we can build the pressure more. I think we can go on and win the game. So them bits are frustrating. They haven't quite gone for us. But listen, you can't rely on the officials in this division, or any division for that matter. So we can't get ourselves in that position and give ourselves that uphill battle. But I thought the reaction from the lads to keep going to the end was outstanding, and we've probably gotten some good areas after we equalised as well to maybe try and pinch it. But I thought all in all, we deserved minimum a point out of the game.
This morning we announced the signing of Ben Winsburn on loan from Premier League side Bournemouth. What can Bees fans expect to see from him this season?
Exciting player, unbelievable athlete. I mean, he's come on for Bournemouth this season at Anfield in the Premier League curtain raiser. So you don't get to that level, especially this day and age, if you haven't got serious ability and serious athleticism. So we're so pleased to have him. So pleased that he chose to join us. I know there was a lot of interest even from higher. So he'll be a key player for us. His attitude's spot on. He wants to learn. He wants to come and play games, and we'll give him that opportunity. I think he'll be an outstanding player for us, and we're really pleased. As I said, he's come to join us, and he'll bring some unbelievable ability into the group.
A quick turnaround tomorrow night, Luton Town. It's the Virtue Trophy. How do you view the Virtue Trophy? Is it just any other game?
Listen, we always want to win the next game. That's always the case. No matter what competition it is, you want to try and win the next game and try to build momentum. I mean, we're 7 points from our last 3 games in the league, so unbeaten in 3 games. So we'd like to carry that on. Ideally, it's a good opportunity to give people minutes that maybe need them. So we'll have a look, and whether we mix the group, whether we go full strength, whether we give people a chance to go and impress. Obviously, we'll decide on that. But it's still another game of football, and we want to try and keep building the momentum that we've got at the minute and go and get a positive result.
Connor, obviously not long ago Luton were in the Premier League. They've obviously just suffered back-to-back relegations, but they're still going to be a tough test. So what do you expect from Matt Bloomfield's side?
100%. I think they've still got a cluster of players that were with them in the Prem, so it shows you the calibre they've got in the group. They'll rightly so be favourites this year to go straight back up. We know how tough it's going to be. It's a hard place to go. I've been there as a player myself over the years when they were in the lower leagues, and it's always hostile. It's a small pitch. The crowd are on top of you. It'll be a tough place to go for anyone. And as I said, they've got some exciting players in their group that they've had since the Prem. New lads they brought in. They've invested really well. And we know how tough it's going to be. Obviously, Josh Keeley was here a couple of years ago, so we know him well, and it'd be good to see him. But it shows the quality of player they've got throughout their group, and we know how tough it's going to be. But listen, back-to-back relegations, it's never easy to try and bounce back from that. But they've started relatively okay, and they'll look to be bouncing straight back. So we know how difficult a game is going to be.
They're coming into the game off the back of a 3-0 win away at Burton Albion on Saturday, but their most recent home game was a loss. But does form play into a Virtue Trophy game that much in competitions? Do you really look at form?
I wouldn't say so. Listen, we don't know what team they're going to select, so that makes it tough straight away. They might try and keep some momentum or gather some momentum with their strongest team. That's how they may look at it. They might rest players. So listen, we'll know more when we get there. I said we always prep the games as best we can. We prepare as much as we possibly can with the teams they've selected so far this season, and we try and get a gauge of what they might do. So listen, we'll see what happens. It's the first game in this competition for both sides, so I think it's a little bit of a guessing game at the minute. I think if it was the second or third game in the group, it might be a little bit of a different story. We'd probably have an idea of what both teams would do, but for now we just prepped our lads as best we can. We'll try to do what we do and go and implement our game plan and try to get a positive result.
Obviously Barnet have been in the National League for a while, so haven't been involved in Virtue Trophy games. So as an outsider looking in, how do you see the competition? Obviously you've got the Premier League under-21 side, obviously we've got Brighton under-21s in our group, so it's quite an exciting prospect.
100%. I think if you asked us last year if we want to be playing it, we'd say yeah. So listen, it's another game. We always try and win the next game. It's the old cliche, and it's no different tomorrow. But the exciting cup, if we can get to the later stages, and it's obviously always a chance to end up at Wembley. So we take it one game at a time. We always say in the group that if we can try and win the next game, that's the main thing. And Luton is that tomorrow. So depending on what, doesn't matter really what cup it's in, we'll go and try and win the game.
Obviously it's one of our shorter trips of the season to Luton, so I'm sure you're expecting a good group of Bees fans out there tomorrow night, even with it being a Tuesday night.
We hope so. we've thankfully given them something to shout about the last 2 away games. So we'll hope that we'll see a lot of Bees fans in the crowd, and they'll have a lot of fans, no doubt. They're obviously a well-backed team and should hopefully be a good atmosphere. It's always good atmosphere at Kenilworth Road, and we're hopeful that'll be the same tomorrow, and we can contribute a lot of that with our fans.
Thank you for your time, Conor, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.